Hello, it's Janello, and today, something a little bit different I don't usually do on this channel. This is a non-comprehensive review of the Insta360 Go 2 action camera that is so small that I don't even feel it when it is attached to me. Let's jump in. Let's get a couple things out of the way right off the bat. There are a ton of reviews online that are going to be way more comprehensive than mine, so you probably want to jump over there. I may even link one below or up here so that you can get a real nerdy, specky review of things. This is going to be a little bit of a different review. I will cover 3 aspects of the camera based on filming food stories. First, things I like about it. Second, things I don't like. And third, whether I'm going to keep it or not. I hate the suspense video, so if you don't care about what's in between right here and whether or not I'm going to keep it for film, video, shooting or not, you can jump right to the end. This channel is not big enough for sponsorships, but just so that I can say it out loud, this is not a sponsored video. I bought this with my own money. In fact, I bought it for a sandwich video that I'll link up over here. And then at the end, there's this little bonus piece that I want to throw in because I found this sort of interesting little hack. Before we dive in, I will do a quick rundown of specs in case that you just kind of want to know what is packed into this little tiny guy. Video resolution is 2560 by 1440, 50 frames per second. You can also go to 30 frames, 25 frames, and 24 frames. Photo modes, standard, interval, star lapse, night shot. Video modes, video, pro video with flow state stabilization, which is amazing. HDR, slow motion. Time lapse, time shift, and hyperlapse, which is built into the time shift. Max clip length in Pro Video mode is 10 minutes. In Video mode, it's 15 minutes. In FPV mode, it's 30 minutes. In time lapses, up to 110 minutes. It's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi enabled. It has an aperture of 2.2. ISO is auto or 100 to 3200 if you're in manual mode. It has a port on the back of it, which is USB Type-C. It also has a tripod mounting port, which is really nice to have on the case. It charges in its case, which is also super nice. Charging time, 23 minutes to get to 80%, 35 minutes to get to 100%. Runtime of the battery, standalone outside of the case, is 30 minutes in video mode, 20 minutes in Pro Video mode. In the case, you get 150 minutes in video mode and 110 minutes in Pro Video mode. It weighs 26.5 grams, just over 2 inches by just under 1 inch, and it's only 0.80 inches thick. Charge case makes that a little bit bigger, but still not even 3 inches by 2 inches. It only comes in white. That's a little bit of an upsetting thing, but what are you going to do? For a camera so small, it's pretty amazing. Internal storage is 32 gigabytes. All right, before we go any further, there's something I got to tell you. This entire video, nothing I say in it changes except the end where I said I was going to maybe try something else out and return this one. Well, I did return this one and I got an upgrade. So we went to 64 gigabytes. This is actually not something that I mentioned was a drawback. It used to be 32 gigabytes because I could kind of deal with the 32 gigabytes. But having 64 makes it so much better to just film a little bit more freely and not have to really conserve your space, especially if you know you're not going to be able to download or offload from the camera for a few days as you're maybe in the woods or in a remote area without a laptop. So nothing changes about what I say from here on forward. Everything is the same. The only difference is I got this upgraded memory. That kind of, well, I'll wait to the end. So first up, what I love about it. I love the size of this thing, and I love the size of the lens. Giant wide lens with a tiny little 26.4 grams or something like that camera that you could basically put anywhere to get any shot. With the magnets on the back, you can stick it to metal and you can get super low angles. You could go overhead shots. You could go angled shots. You could go reverse angled shots. I mean, it is outstanding, and you don't even know that it is attached to the thing that it is, just disappears. The second thing I love about this is the kit. The case is incredible. Again, magnets keep it in, but it's got these little legs that allow it to be a tripod. You can click them in, it becomes a selfie stick, and it comes with a lanyard that has a magnet so you can put it on your chest. My favorite though is it comes with this little clip, snaps right into there, super simple. I don't even know it's on my head, and it gets everything in my view. The chopping block, the knife, the mise en place, everything. Great POV, perfect for recipe vlogs. And the third thing I love about this is the app that comes with it for desktop, which technically isn't the camera, but Insta360 has this app that allows you to take the ProRes video that you shoot from this, or any of the video, but I always do shoot ProRes because it gives you a full 360-degree output. And when I import that into the app, it allows me to choose a 9:16 vertical or a 16:9 horizontal. And then inside of that, I'm able to click and tilt so that I can reframe based upon what I want the focal point in the scene to be. Things I don't like, as a standalone, outside of the case, this thing only lasts for 20 minutes shooting ProRes, which seems like maybe it's a lot, but when you're doing a lot of things and you're pressing, it goes pretty quickly. It does last longer in the case, much longer, and that's great, except the beauty of this thing is not having to have it in the case because it's so small and makes it so versatile. It does recharge pretty quickly in the case, I will say, so it's not a terrible end of the world scenario, but I do wish that that battery lasted just a little bit longer. The second thing that I don't like about this is a weird glitch that I'm actually trying to get to the bottom of with the company still. So when you fill up your 32GB memory card that's inside of this, which really is 28GB of usable space, you have to offload it. And offloading those ProRes video files onto a laptop works great. This baby just plugs right into the computer, it mounts, and you just drag and drop like you would with any other sort of folder, SD card, whatever cameras you plug in. In doing that, I get the full ProRes capabilities, the full 360, the ability to tilt and reframe, etc. But when I'm in the field and I fill up that memory, I need to offload it to something that I have in the field, and I'm not bringing a laptop with me normally when I go camping. Normally means never. So I have my iPhone, and they make a great companion app for the iPhone, but I could not get the full ProRes to offload from the camera onto my iPhone, and so I lost the ability to do that tilt and that reframing, which is a huge part of why I love this camera. So that's a pretty big disappointment. Hopefully, in a future update, that will be possible, and that will solve this kind of annoying problem. Okay, will I keep it or will I not? That's a yes and a no. I probably won't keep this one because, so I did actually return this one. I wasn't lying. With the 64GB upgrade, which is what this baby is, it really made it a no-brainer for me to keep the Insta360 Go-To 64GB over any of the other cameras that are on the market, particularly for food and cooking videos. And if you're paying attention at all, or you're just a generally attentive person, you'll notice a couple things. One, I didn't have this beard at the beginning. Two, there's a totally new set involved here. And three, I mentioned a hack at the beginning of this video, and you haven't seen it yet. Now, because this is magnetic, it sticks to a lot of different things. One of the things it means it sticks to is the MagSafe spot on the back of your iPhone. And what that's cool for is filming with both cameras going at once so that you can cut between the two different shots later on. What you're seeing is wide view from the Go-To and regular view from the iPhone. So that does it for the Insta360 Go-To non-comprehensive review for food video filming. I hope you liked it. If so, give it a thumbs up. If you got any more questions, hit me in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next video.